Have you ever walked past your own reflection in a mirror or in a window and thought to yourself, oh my God, I did not realize I was this overweight, this out of shape, and you shocked yourself and you just thought you were not the person you thought you were and you should be? That's what happened to me. When I transformed my lifestyle many years ago, what triggered it was seeing myself in a photograph at my sister's wedding. I was poured into a suit, which is what my mum would say, where it was too tight and I looked uncomfortable. I was overheating easily because my fitness was low, my blood pressure was probably high, and I had big rosy red cheeks. And I just was shocked because I didn't realise I put on so much weight. And it was from binging on alcohol, food, not looking after my sleep, and stress levels were high because I didn't know what the hell I was doing with my life and also with health and fitness. And I used food and alcohol as comfort. And a lot of people do that now, and probably you do as well, or did. And that's probably why you're here, because you can relate with that, to that. So how I changed, I did go a bit extreme and overhauled everything at the start. So I used to train every day, go running, and I used to do push-ups and all that stuff, and I used to lift some weights, and I used to even put on a bag, a plastic bag, and run around the park in summer. And I used to eat really strictly, like 1,500 calories a day, and I used to do intermittent fasting as well. So it was too much. I didn't stick to it. Do you think that was possible to stick to that for long term? No. I got a small result, but after a few weeks, I wasn't able to stick to it. I ended up going to a party. I ended up going on holiday, whatever it was, so it knocked me off track because I also had the all or nothing attitude. So if I went out and had a few drinks with friends or I had a takeaway, I would think, what's the point? And I would throw it all out, throw my toys out of the pram and throw all the progress away, and I would go back to normal. And I'd put on the weight again, and if not worse. And this messed up my relationship with food as well, which is what happens when you listen to too many bullshit influencers online and you think you're a bodybuilder and you think you have to go really strict. But I learned, and hopefully you will learn over this 14 days, if you actually stick to these videos, that you don't need to overhaul everything, and you don't need to go super strict, and you don't need to act like a bodybuilder and eat like a rabbit and eat loads of protein and live in the gym. You don't need to do that. And you're going to learn from all my mistakes that I've made over the last 10-15 years. So over this 14 days, you're going to literally learn what not to do and what to do. And it's actually way more simple than you thought. And I used to think that you have to go super strict, it has to be really complicated, and you have to really push it really, really hard. And when I actually couldn't do that, I thought to myself, this whole being in shape and being happy and confident must be only for a select few elite athletes. But even the elite athletes, I have learned, do the simple things, and they do it consistently, and they don't over perfect things. And even when they do, for example, let's say in a UFC fighter or a sprinter, they only train extremely hard and go extremely strict on diet for a very short amount of time, and they sprint at it, and they do it for maybe a month, and then they go back to normal, and then they sprint again maybe, and then they go back to normal. So that's what I've learned, is that you need to create a balance. And when I did that, I got success. I lost 3 stone. I felt much better. People noticed and seen it and said, holy shit, because I basically disappeared for a few months, and I went and looked after myself. When I seen my friends, we went to Electric Picnic, and I drank, yes, and I ate whatever I wanted. But I was able to go back to my healthy lifestyle after that, and I didn't throw everything out the window and go back to my old bad lifestyle, which is what you need to learn to do. And over the next 14 days, you're going to learn that, and we're going to show you how to sort out your stress levels and sleep. And that's the key, sorting out your stress levels and your sleep, and that leaves more willpower and energy to actually do the things you need to do. Because when you're exhausted and your hormones all over the place and your testosterone's low and your cortisol levels are high from stress, well then you just want to throw your toys out of the pram, and you want to eat cake, and you want to binge on social media, for example, and distract yourself from real life. And you don't want to wake up someday needing to go to hospital, needing to be on medication for heart or, depression or whatever. And that is what can happen. And you're increasing your risk massively if you are leading a bad lifestyle with shit sleep, high stress levels, and then trying to make yourself happier with food and alcohol. So you don't want to be doing that. So I've helped myself make that transformation, and I've helped thousands of people over the last 10 years do the same. And if you want to really be on this and do it as well, just listen to these videos over the next 14 days and you will learn a hell of a lot and learn from my mistakes. And you just need to show up for yourself every day and watch these short videos and do the small task and take it all on board and be like a sponge. I am literally your coach, one-on-one, and you can message me anytime with any questions. So yeah, that's the reason why you should listen to me, because I have the experience and I have the knowledge and know-how literally on how to change your behavior. And it's not about changing your diet or doing a fancy fitness program you've seen online. It's about changing your behavior and changing who you are and changing your habits, because every habit you do daily is an accumulation of who you are and who you become. So literally start now, start today. The smallest little thing you can do is a vote for yourself and a vote for the new you. And if you go back into your slump and into that rut that you might be in, it's okay. And you can jump straight back out of it. You don't have to have the perfectionist attitude. So you can literally do 10 push-ups, go for a walk, and you'll feel better. Or do your box breathing methods that I'm going to teach you inside this program. Over and out, guys. See you in the next video.